You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston. On the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Brayan Bello, he was outstanding, terrific, however you want to describe him. And he picked up the win. Bats producing late for the Sox with Saturday's 5-1 victory against the Orioles at Camden Yards. And now the Sox have an opportunity. They've got a shot at taking the series if they can pick up a win in the finale on Sunday. Back-to-back wins in Baltimore for Bello, Duran, Devers, Jansen, and the Red Sox. With that, we welcome you into our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox Postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, veteran play-by-play announcer, calling over 1,000 games in the minors, spending one glorious Saturday afternoon in the show calling Padres-Dodgers from Dodger Stadium on ESPN's national radio broadcast. I was on Lobster Lake in Maine when the Red Sox acquired David Henderson and Spike Owen from the Mariners in August of 1986. It seems like it was just yesterday. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as a Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're going to be talking about Brayan Bello, 11th win on the season, turned in a strong performance. The pen able to step up in a big way. Duran, clutch base hit, and highway robbery in the ninth inning. I've only got one problem with that catch. We'll get to that in just a few moments. And Rafael Devers going deep again as well for the Sox. Those are the things that we're going to be hitting on here. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation. Watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Join the conversation. Hit the comment button and join. Chat with us. It's Saturday night. The Red Sox with a victory. Again, opportunity to take 3 out of 4 in Baltimore with a win in the finale on Sunday. You can also hit me up on the X at Lennox on Baseball. Questions, comments, or concerns. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Prize Picks, the easiest and the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnMLB. Use the code all lowercase LockedOnMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. So Brayan Bello on the mound. 5 no decisions in his previous 5 outings. Going up against Cade Povich, who just came back up from the minor leagues. I touched on it Friday. Povich, a guy who can walk a lot of hitters. Well, Bello and Povich early on through the first 5 matching zeros. It was fun to watch. I love low-scoring games, so I needed that after the 12-10 ball game and 31 hits combined on Friday night. Bello, terrific. No hits allowed through the first 5 2/3 innings. Took a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 6th inning. Gave up a 2-out home run. Had retired 11 in a row before giving up the 2-out home run, a solo shot off the bat of Gunnar Henderson. Bello then gave up a hit to the next batter, Ryan O'Hearn, and then got the strikeout against Ryan Mountcastle to end that inning. He was done after 6, but the Red Sox get 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Go in front in that 7th and never trailed again. But Bello giving up the hit after the home run to Holiday and making it a 1-1 game, he settled down. He got the next out. He was terrific. A lot of left-handed bats in the lineup. Terrific with the changeup all night long. And Povich on the other side, he was outstanding through the first 5 innings. He really was. He was terrific. And he is one of the top pitching talents in the Orioles system. Roughed up on occasion in his first stint in the big leagues earlier this season. But just back up from the minor leagues, a left-hander against a team that has a lot of left-handed bats. Gave up the run in the 6th inning and pitched well. Again, overall, Cade Povich was strong. I love the low-scoring games. And that's what Povich and Bello gave me and you early on. Povich ended up going 6 1/3 innings, takes the loss now 1-6. He is better than that record. And his ERA, well over 5.5. But he showed what he's capable of doing against the lineup on Saturday night. So Bello ends up going the full 6. He picks up his first win since July 14th at home against the Kansas City Royals. Again, he had 5 no decisions in his previous 5 outings. But Bello, again, terrific. Did not allow a hit. Gave up 3 total walks in his first 5 innings. Ended up with 6 strikeouts. 97 pitches through his 6 innings. We'll get to the bullpen in segment number 2 here on the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Because the bullpen tonight was solid. Alex Cora, with Bello going a strong 6 innings, had it lined up. And he did use Kenley Jansen in the 9th inning. But Bello overall, you have to be happy with how he pitched. And the last time, he's starting to put together strong outings, consecutive outings. 11th win on the season. ERA took the mound on Saturday night with his ERA below 5 for the first time in a long time. His ERA now 4.80. 11th win on the season. And the Sox are now up 2-1 in the series and have an opportunity on Sunday to close out the series. The game was delayed at the start by almost an hour and 20 minutes. And I thought, okay, one of these teams is going to jump out early. That did not happen. Povich, again, was terrific. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning, 11 pitches, threw 3, giving up just the 1 hit, and 3 strikeouts. Had 28 pitches total through his first 3 innings. And then on the other side, Bello gave up a walk to the leadoff hitter in the 3rd inning. And that was pretty much it. Walked the leadoff hitter in the 2nd, walked the leadoff hitter again in the 3rd, gave up a 2-out walk in there as well. You thought, okay, leadoff walks, 2-out walks, they come back to bite a pitcher, bite a team. That didn't happen. Did not happen. Retired the first 2 batters in the 6th inning. And the home run, I was going to use it as numbers of the night, but I'll use it right now. The home run from Gunnar Henderson, out in just 6 of the 30 major league ballparks. Just 6 ballparks. You can name the cast of characters and the ballparks, the suspects on that list. Rob Refsnyder went back on the ball, had a beat on it, couldn't make the catch. It hit the top of the wall and went into the seats for a home run. Out in Philadelphia, out in Houston, out in New York as well, Detroit. So those are the usual suspects on fly balls to right field that leave the yard. And what they did at Camden Yards to extend it in left field, that's just absolutely ridiculous. You want lefty pitchers if you're the Red Sox or if you're the Orioles right now. You want left-handed pitchers. You really do. Let the opponent come into Camden Yards, load up the lineup with right-handed bats, and let them try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. It used to be, fly ball. Now it's not even fair to right-handed batters, in my view. Rafael got into one early on and couldn't hit it out. But Bello, excited about him. As bad as Wednesday's loss at home against the Rangers was, this was a terrific victory for the Red Sox. Because, again, a tip of the cap in that 7th inning, Jarren Duran coming through. Casas a base hit, 2nd of the game. Masa Yoshida off the bench with a double, pinch hit double. 2nd and 3rd, Cedar Rafaela drove me a little crazy right there. First pitch swinging infield up, less than 2 outs, ground ball to short. Casas had to hold at third base. Duran then came through with the 2-run single. And Tyler O'Neill back in the lineup. O'Neill's RBI knock against Povich in the 6th inning got the Red Sox on the board first. And then Devers providing the cushion, the insurance with a 2-run home run, number 199 for Rafael Devers, approaching 200, 5-1 victory. Orioles held to just 5 base hits by the Red Sox. And Jarren Duran, Kenley Jansen got the bottom of the 9th inning. Alex Cora was managing Saturday night to win Saturday night. He had Zach Kelly up in the bullpen as well for the 9th inning. Kelly, first Nesson reference, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone touching on it. If the Red Sox had added one more run in that top of the 9th inning against the Orioles bullpen, Zach Kelly likely gets the bottom half of the 9th inning. Kenley works a 1-2-3 9th inning. And he got a lot of help from Jarren Duran. Duran going straight back to center field, got to the wall, jumped on the ball off the bat of Eloy Jimenez, and robbed him of a home run. Took it. Glove was clearly over the fence, and he brought it back. And the only thing I have, tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic, is to say, wow, imagine if that was the last out of the ball game. Well, that was out number 2 in the 9th inning. I think Kenley Jansen threw 7 total pitches. Maybe he calls to the third base dugout on Sunday and tells Andrew Bailey and Alex Cora, I can go here. I'd rather see him and have him fresh for the series in Houston that starts on Monday It's on the Red Sox lineup. Hey, if it's a 5-1 ball game, they have the lead. Cutter Crawford, Albert Suarez, the pitching matchup, 2 right-handers on Sunday. If the Red Sox have the lead late, I don't know where you go. Martin's pitched back-to-back games. Kenley's pitched back-to-back games in the series. But you, late in that game, needed to secure the win. And I would have loved to have seen Kenley Jansen not pitch Saturday night with that 4-run lead in the ninth inning, but I understand it. Because if Kelly comes in, gives up a couple of base runners, you're bringing Kenley Jansen in anyway. And Jansen, second straight night where he tires the side 1-2-3. I don't know. I don't think he pitches 3 days in a row. He's probably shut down for Sunday. And again, big picture, now you're looking past it. A loss Sunday, you're feeling good about a split against Baltimore. A win Sunday, you're going to Houston, taking 3 of 4 from the Orioles. And I thought about this late last night into this morning. Again, I do believe the Red Sox are set up if they have to face the Yankees in early October. They're built better for the postseason than the Yankees are. I believe that. And Corbin Burns last night, Lou Merloni, Dave O'Brien alluded to it on Nesson. He's given up 34 stolen bases, I think, on the season. Maybe that number is a little higher now. But if you've got Burns and you've got traffic on the bases, you've got a lot of base runners against Burns in the postseason, and you can run on him and take advantage, that's why the Red Sox are set up, where they can really use their speed in October. They don't have to rely on a 2-run home run or a 3-run home run. They get on base and let them run, especially against a guy like Corbin Burns. So again, not that they have the full advantage against the Orioles come postseason. Got to make it first. But a great step. A terrific win on Saturday after winning 12-10 in a slugfest. And the Red Sox have not trailed in each of the last 2 games now. So they pick up the victory. 8 games over 500, 40 left. Alex Cora is managing like this is playoff baseball. So right now, the sprint to the finish is on. 40 games left for the Red Sox. 65 wins. 3rd win now in 9 tries against the Baltimore Orioles. 16-14 against the AL East. And again, going to try to win the series on Sunday with Cutter Crawford on the mound. We are going to tip our cap to the Red Sox bullpen and get into the bullpen when we continue. Steve Lennox, Locked On Red Sox postcast. Red Sox have taken 2 of the first 3 in Baltimore. Pretty good when you consider how they lost at home against the Rangers on Wednesday, and then the series opener against the Orioles on Thursday at Camden Yards. A tip of the cap to the pen. We'll tell you why when we come back. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Liquid IV. Summertime includes baseball, those salty snacks, and those sweet treats as well. The ice cream, the popsicles. And when you're talking about America's pastime, you don't want to forget to hydrate. If you're at a ball game, you want to hydrate. With Liquid IV's Popsicle Firecracker flavor, a surefire summertime hit. Get hydrated with electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powered hydration brand in America. Because baseball and summer go together like Liquid IV and indulgent hydration. Blast off with the iconic summer flavor of Popsicle Firecracker, a festive blend of citrus-fueled lemon lime, tart cherry, and raspberry flavors. Find all of your favorite flavors on the website, from acai berry, lemon lime, pina colada. Tear, pour, live more, 1 stick, 16 ounces of water. You're ready to go, and you hydrate with that combo better than water alone. 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. No more thirsty summers when you indulge in hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com. Use the code MLB at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at liquidiv.com. Again, shop better hydration today. Use the promo code MLB at liquidiv.com. So the Red Sox bullpen. Bello goes the first 6. Last time out in line for the win, didn't get it. Brennan Bernardino was the first out of the bullpen for the Red Sox on Saturday night in Baltimore. Got 1 out with a strikeout, gave up 2 hits. So Lucas Sims came into the game, and Sims Gave up a walk to load up the bases, but he got the final 2 outs and left the bases loaded. Chris Martin gave up a hit in the 8th inning and nothing else. Martin, a scoreless 8th inning, at that point keeping it a 5-1 lead. And then Kenley Jansen, 1-2-3 in the 9th. Again, Jarren Duran helping him out, robbing Eloy Jimenez of a home run with 1 out. Would have been a solo shot, made it 5-2. But you just never know at Camden Yards. Jimenez robbed of the home run by Jarren Duran. Again, only thing I have to say about that, imagine if he had done it for the final out of the ballgame. That would have been pretty neat. But again, I'll take it. You'll take it. We'll take it. Red Sox pick up the 5-1 victory. But that's what you need from the bullpen. And if you're Luis Garcia going from Camden Yards back to the hotel Saturday night, you've got to say to yourself, I've got to get on track. I want to be a part of that. I want to be the guy in the 7th or 8th inning. Because right now you're looking at Slayton and Hendricks coming back at some point. Slayton a lot sooner than Liam Hendricks. 1 or 2 of these guys going to be out of the mix. Nice to see Tyler O'Neill back in the lineup. Tyler O'Neill broke the scoreless tie with an RBI base hit in the 6th inning. O'Neill with the knock, picking up the RBI, missing 13 games with the illness and the infection in his calf muscle. And Tyler O'Neill, we know the biceps and the calves are just as impressive. But O'Neill picking up the RBI is 46 on the season. And O'Neill's that right-handed bat. Had a couple of hits in the ballgame. 10 hits total for the Red Sox. But nice to see that right-handed bat back in the lineup. Needed, especially with a left-hander on the mound. And right now, the Red Sox are making any left-hander look like Bruce Hurst, Bobby Ojeda, John Lester, Sandy Koufax. Povich, again, tip of the cap to him, but a tip of the cap to the Red Sox bullpen doing a terrific job in the ballgame. The 2-out magic from Jarren Duran. That in the 7th inning. Duran coming through. Cedar Rafaela mentioned it earlier. I wanted to bang my head and said they're not going to score here, and Bello's going to end up with a no decision if he doesn't take them out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Then they kind of flashed at Bello in the dugout. He was up on the railing. He had the towel around his shoulder. His hat was off. To me, right there, that was the indication he's out of the game. So when Rafaela grounded out with 2nd and 3rd and less than 2 outs and didn't get that go-ahead run in, I thought Bello's going to end up with another no decision. Duran came through in a big way. Terrific base hit. Stayed in, knocked in 2, also picked up a stolen base in that 7th inning as well. But the at-bat of the night, it's not Duran for me. Not on Saturday night. The at-bat of the night, Lucas Sims against Anthony Santander with 2 down and the bases full in the bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-run ball game. Tying runner was in scoring position. The go-ahead runner was on base. Santander, big RBI guy. Sims got ahead 0-2, went upstairs, tried to get him to chase on a fastball. He did not, and then he got in his kitchen. He rolled one on the ground to second. Gonzalez came in on it. Soft toss to Tristan Casas, and boy, oh boy, was I thinking there's going to be a bobble here, or somehow it's going to end up under his glove. Gonzalez fielded it cleanly, got the toss to first, inning over. Lucas Sims versus Anthony Santander, big RBI guy, 80 on the season. And Sims got out of that jam in the 7th inning, leaving the bases loaded for me. Doesn't always have to be a Red Sox player. Sims getting Santander in that 7th inning, big one right there. And then Devers adding on. His 199th career home run in the 8th inning, 2nd of the series. And Devers went from Wednesday and Thursday to looking like, geez, he's struggling. But all of a sudden, Friday night, turned it on. And when Devers has had stretches, and they've been few and far between, but when he's had stretches where he's gone cold, that's when the offense has gone cold here. But all of a sudden, a couple of games here where he's delivering. And that home run in the 8th inning, huge. Add on, 5-1 lead. They can still beat you with one swing of the bat, but now they need 3 base runners. In a 3-1 ball game, going to the bottom of the 8th inning, going to the bottom of the 9th inning, all you need is 1 base runner. 2 base runners, and you bring the go-ahead run to the plate. So Devers, again, coming through in a big way with that 2-run blast in that 8th inning. But Lucas Sims got the job done. And Sims, Martin, those are sort of your 7th and 8th inning guys right now. And if you can, I still have a hard time saying this, but if you can get 6 innings out of your starter, you're in good shape the rest of the way. And all of a sudden, in another week or so, this bullpen gets stronger. I think Slayton coming back will be big. But if you can get Sims, Garcia right now, you want him for the 8th inning. But if it's Hendricks and Slayton has proved that he can pitch in late inning situations, you're in good shape. Now you have to get there. And that being in good shape might only last 3 or 4 games. It kills me to say, hey, we need 6 from the starter. I want 7. I want to be greedy there. But again, I've said it before. Alex Cora, night and day smarter than me. Andrew Bailey, night and day smarter than me. Bello went 6, almost 100 pitches. And I'm wondering still, you're preserving these guys a little bit. You're taking them out. And again, 97 pitches, I think it was. No problem with taking him out of the game. Hey, if you're with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, live here on the Locked On Red Sox postcast, hit us up in the comments section. Join the conversation. A big win, a nice win. Still got to get to 90. I'm not scoreboard watching, but you know I'm scoreboard watching. No help from the Reds. Reds at home thumped by the Royals. Absolutely thumped. Twins beat the Rangers. Rays beat the Diamondbacks. They're kind of clinging. Diamondbacks have now lost 2 in a row in that series against the Rays. Yankees blanking the Tigers Friday. Tigers coming back and shutting out the Yankees on Saturday. Mariners losing again. And they've gone into a funk here. That's fine. Because remember, I thought, it was going to be division title for the Astros, whoever won the West. They weren't going to be in there for the wild card. The Mariners have started to slide off again. I don't know if they can get back in the division or the wild card race, but they've got some winning to do in order to do that. Just over the last couple of days, they've put themselves in a hole. Hey, Gabby Hurlbert hosts Locked On Red Sox, one of Gabby's most recent episodes, focusing on Red Sox, former Red Sox utility man Brock Holt and Tom Caron of Nesson being named as the co-chairs of the Jimmy Fund. Jimmy Fund, Nesson, WEI, Radiothon, Telethon this week. Supporting the Jimmy Fund, almost $4 million raised. Hashtag #KCancer. So again, Gabby providing analysis. Locked On Red Sox, available wherever you get your podcasts. Our numbers of the night with Tyler O'Neill activated another move for the Red Sox on Saturday as well. And it sort of sets things up as to how Alex Cora is thinking right now with how he sets his lineup. We'll discuss that next. Hey, our Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks, easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on Prize Picks, simple, you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends. Become part of Prize Picks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn your $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has you covered every week. From lowering select player stat projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup hit, or getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Friday. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. Prize Picks. Yes, it's that easy. Yeah, I don't know if I have to do a true confession here or not. I'm sort of holding this in my hands. I'm going back and forth, kind of tossing the cush ball. If you haven't seen it, then maybe I don't share with what it is. I need a Red Sox one of these. I actually held it in my hands there for a while. Anyway, back to this. Got through the 2-out magic, got through the at-bat of the night. We're going to hit numbers of the night in just a moment. But Tyler O'Neill activated from the injured list on Saturday, missed 13 games with illness and an infection in his calf muscle. Nick Sogard was sent down. Mickey Gasper continues to stick around on the Red Sox bench going forward. And what that does right now, Connor Wong was the DH on Saturday. Danny Jansen was behind the plate. So Wong or Jansen, if Alex Cora wants to keep both of those guys in the lineup and then pinch run or pinch hit for them, or one of them gets injured, you have Gasper as that kind of third string catcher and available to you. So Sogard did a nice job while he was up. He really did. Handled himself well defensively, and that's what you want. But he got plenty of opportunities to start, and he had some hits, and he had some stolen bases, and he scored some runs. And he's a guy who, right now, you see him as serviceable. But Sogard is a guy who's going to be in the mix. Perhaps still with this season, but go down and just keep hitting. You got a taste of the big leagues. And it's tough for guys to go down because now you're back in AAA. Don't have a lull. Just keep hitting, just doing what you do. And Sogard is one of those guys. Fundamentally sound. He's going to do everything average or a couple of ticks above average. And you need guys like that on the lineup and on the bench and on the roster. So a lot today. I don't know if Red Sox fans can never be happy, but understand Dominic Smith was the move on Friday. I'm not going to go deep into this, but Dominic Smith, designated for assignment with Tristan Casas, activated from the injured list, that was the move. And we'll find out what happens with Dominic Smith over the next couple of days into next week. But that was the move. And I know it's probably what you call a garbage headline. I don't want to say fake headline, but that's what it was. Red Sox fans up in roar, protesting Dominic Smith, popular player. You can't have it all ways. Casas was coming back. This was known for weeks. This was the logical move. You can't play the emotional side of it. Now, if Casas goes down, those people are going to say you should have kept Dom Smith. See, we have that there. It's not how that's not how you could play this one. Dom Smith, he's played left field in the past for other teams, but I don't know that you want Dom Smith in front of the Green Monster at Fenway Park to get his bat in the lineup. Another left-handed bat. Dom Smith was right-handed or Casas was right-handed. He's on the roster. Just wanted to touch on that for a moment. So Adley Rutschman did get into the game as a pinch hitter for the Orioles, but Rutschman right now dealing with a little bit of a lower back issue. He was not in the starting lineup for the second straight game. He was scratched late prior to the game on Friday. And I mentioned the Orioles. Now in their last 50 games, 22-28 over their last 50. So they haven't been world beaters of late. Can the Red Sox still catch the Yankees or, the Orioles for that second wild card spot? Maybe, but right now you just want the wild card spot. You want number 3. You want to get back in the mix. Next time you get into that, if you do get back into the mix and you have that number 3 wild card spot, you don't want to give it up again. Numbers of the night. Hey, Orioles, another home run. Broke up the no-hit and shutout bid for Bello, Gunnar Henderson, another home run. But that's all right. That's all right that they gave up the home run. I've got a couple of numbers of the night here. I just have to find them. Bear with me for just a moment. Hey, how about the 30th stolen base of the season for Jarren Duran? So Jarren Duran and David Hamilton, both 30 or more stolen bases on the year. Dave O'Brien, I was hoping to use the Nesson reference here in the third segment, but Dave O'Brien and Lou Merlone had some fun with it. And I would have thought, in working at ESPN for years, I had privilege to ESPN stats and info. I could send off an email or in the chat and find out, what have the Red Sox ever had 2 guys with 30 or more stolen bases in the season? Well, they have. You just have to go back to 1910, a really long time ago. Dave O'Brien and Lou Merlone came up with Tris Speaker and Harry Hooper, 30 or more stolen bases each. And you go, again, this isn't modern day baseball. This is going back to 1910. Red Sox 15th win of the season against a left-handed starter on Saturday. Povich pitched well. 5 scoreless before he finally gave up a run in the 6th inning. Rafael Devers, second home run in 2 games, now at 199. 1 home run away from 200. And I don't know if it was Dan Shaughnessy or someone else. I think it was Shaughnessy on the X saying, hey, enough of what Rafael Devers has done before his 28th birthday. And I do agree with it. I understand it. We still, if we can bring Ted Williams' name into the conversation, Ted Williams missed several years of his big league career before turning 28 due to military service. So if you took those 2, I think it might have been 3. If you took those 3 years of Ted Williams, we're not even talking about Devers and Ted Williams in the same sentence. Ted Williams is beyond Devers in those categories, Jim Rice in those categories, but still, we're talking about it. So, Dan Shaughnessy, thanks for bringing it to our attention. Those are the numbers of the night. Coming up, Cutter Crawford. Red Sox an opportunity. And Crawford, like Bello on Saturday, last outing, took a no-hit bid into the 6th inning. Was cruising earlier this week against the Texas Rangers. Ended up getting chased from the game in the 6th inning. Cam Boozer walked a couple with the bases loaded as he inherited a mess from Cutter Crawford. But Crawford ended up with the win, his 8th on the season last time out. And again, he did not give up a base hit over the first 5+ innings against the Texas Rangers. So Crawford, 8 wins, 9 losses on the season. Sox are 9-15 in his first 24 starts. Hey, last time out, kept the ball in the park. He's got to do that again. He's got to keep the ball down in the zone, and he's got to just not pitch in the middle of the strike zone. Best as possible, because this is a lineup. Most home runs in the majors for the Baltimore Orioles, they can hit you up. They can light you up with the home run ball, especially a right-hander with the left-handed bats that they have in the lineup. Crawford has pitched a couple of times so far this year against the Orioles. April 10th, 5 innings, and no runs allowed. Walked 4, struck out 6, gave up just 2 hits, and the Red Sox ended up losing that game at Fenway 7-5. Next time out, late May at Baltimore, 6-1 loss. He gave up 5 earned runs over 6 1/3 and gave up a grand slam to Gunnar Henderson. Crawford against right-hander Albert Suarez, a 34-year-old, a great story. In the big leagues in 2024. Last time he pitched in the big leagues prior to this season, 2017 with the Giants. 5-4 record, 3.39 ERA, 24 games, 16 starts. And he's worked back-to-back scoreless outings in each of his previous 2 starts, both on the road against the Blue Jays in Toronto and the Rays in St. Pete, Florida. Last win for Suarez, July 5th on the road at Oakland. And one more. He does have 7 scoreless outings as a starting pitcher this year. Red Sox did not see him earlier this season in their 2 series before the All-Star break in the first half. So 1:35 first pitch on Sunday, as the Red Sox are going to try to take 3 of 4 in the series and go to Houston taking 3 of 4. You'll feel good about splitting all 4, and this series seems to have gone fast. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, gone in the books. Sox have taken 2 out of 3. It seems like it's gone fast here with the first 3 games of the series. Split, okay, you'll take it. Win the series, go to Houston, take care of business against the Astros. And I'll touch more on this on Sunday, looking ahead to the Astros series. But Alex Bregman is missing the series this weekend. I think it's an elbow issue, and I believe they're also down a reliever or 2 in the pen as well. And the Sox, remember, hey, they're not going to forget. Swept by the Astros at Fenway on the last homestand. Tip of the cap to our sponsors, Liquid IV, Prize Picks. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day, free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Tell your friends about us, and also subscribe to the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as well. We go live within minutes of the last out of every Red Sox game for the rest of the season. 40 games to go for the Sox in the regular season. Locked On Sports Boston, your number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team every day.